Well, since putting some liquid fert out 2 days ago, this thing has grown like crazy. The ryegrass has gone nuts. So I think it's ready for a mow. Plus the Kikuyu is starting to come back a little bit in some areas where it was dry and the PGR didn't have a huge impact. So we're gonna get a mow in this area today before we get some rain over the next couple of days. So I think it's just gonna keep growing over the next little bit. So let's just get it done. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. So out on the Kikuyu oversow today again. Wasn't planning on doing a mow until like the 2-week mark, but we're at day 9 and I think this is ready for a mow. I mean, as you can see, the Kikuyu has gone pretty crazy at the moment and it's getting quite long. You can see tons of ryegrass in here, which is good. Really, really good. But I think we can just nip the top off today. Maybe nip a slight bit of the top off the rye as well. Man, there is a heap in there though. It's looking really good since that liquid fert. So much has come up, even all throughout here. It's just really starting to go bananas, which is good. I honestly didn't expect that at this stage. So it's good. We're gonna mow on today. Not much to it really. There's a spot here, which you can see has gone really nuts. We must have dropped a little bit of extra seed by accident. Look at that. Oh man. The memories of just ryegrass coming up. It looks good. So let's just get the mower out and get going. So today we're using the Stihl 510V. I actually got this from going on a podcast, a Stihl podcast with Charlie Albone. So that turned up the other day and I was like, sweet, I can actually use that for the ryegrass, which is awesome because I don't have a rotary mower at the moment that has a catcher. I've only got the big bob, so that will be really, really handy in this situation. Anyway, it's super windy, so I'm not going to talk a ton today because I don't know if you'll be able to even hear me. So let's just mow it and look at the results afterwards. I don't think we'll get any stripes today with this, but hey, you never know. Also, the idea of this is not to cut low into it, it's just to nip the top, because nipping the top is going to help it thicken up and help it actually tiller and promote some more growth as well. So we'll figure it out. I think we're going to put it on setting, we'll start on number 3 and just see how it looks on this here. See how much we take off. See if we figure out how to use this thing. Good thing I charged the battery before I started. Hey, there we go. So that took absolutely nothing off. So let's take it down to, let's try number 2. See what happens. Now, first mow, I always say to people, use a rotary mower because you've got sand about or some soil and you don't want to tear out your little bits of ryegrass with a cylinder mower. Like if it's super sharp, you'll be fine, but I'd rather just use a rotary mower on the first mow, get it done, and then after 2 to 3 mows, we can start using a cylinder mower. I mean, if you've only got a cylinder mower, go for it. It's just a personal preference thing. Let's have a look at that. So here's that really, really thick patch of ryegrass. I think we can go down another little setting. We took a bit off the top there. Blades are nice and sharp, which is nice, but I think we can go just that tiny bit lower. Let's see how much was in the catcher. Not a lot, mostly leaves, to be honest. So we can definitely go lower. Did a good job. Only thing I would say is when the Kikuyu got really thick up the top area, where it was a bit longer, and since we were cutting so low on this, that's the lowest the deck goes, it did sort of get stuck. The blades didn't shut out or anything, it was just harder for it to get through. But yeah, we got a little bit of grass off. Let's have a look. What do we get? Close to a full catcher. Lots of Kikuyu in that, but there is ryegrass throughout all of that as well. Just looks tidier, which is the biggest thing. Now that I've got the bulk of it off the top, next time I do a mow, I'll actually use the mulching plug on this mower and help mulch back in the clippings into this area, help to retain some moisture, help cover up the seed a little bit as well, which will be good. It'll just allow it to really get lush, and we'll recycle some nutrients as well from the fertilizer we're putting out, because there'll be some actual nitrogen and stuff in the leaf, so we'll recycle that back down as well. So there's a mulching plug for this mower, so I'll chuck that in and we'll do that from now on. I I may use it for the next 2 weeks and then we'll jump onto a cylinder once this area is looking nice, but there's grass everywhere, especially after mowing. After knocking the kike off the top, there is ryegrass throughout the whole area. It's looking good. Kind of almost got some stripes in there as well, sort of. Not really, but it's good. After doing that mow, I can really just see how much rye there is, and I don't think we're really gonna need much of an overseed on this area. Come next week, I'll really know once the ryegrass starts pushing even more. I'm also gonna be giving this a weekly liquid fertilizer with my lawn tips mix as well, just to keep pushing nutrients into it and trying to establish it. Our temps have cooled off significantly just overnight last night. We had 10 degrees overnight. It's like 13, 14 at the moment. It's cold, man. It feels freezing. And our top temp for today is only like 19 or 20, so, and it's windy. So we have gone into the end, like autumn weather now, like almost pushing, not winter. Winter here gets freezing, but the ryegrass will love it. So it's gonna start going nuts. We might get some more germination in some areas that we didn't get some, because it will keep germinating for a while. But yeah, it's looking good. I'm very impressed so far at day 9. We've done our first mow, handled it fine. Ryegrass everywhere. Impressed. Now, if you are following along with this process, feel free to wait a little bit longer to mow if you're not confident yet. And if your grass hasn't come up like my Kikuyu did, feel free to leave it to like 2 weeks. I've even left it to 3 weeks before at my old house in town, and it wasn't a problem. There's no like, you have to mow at day 10 or day 9 or something. It's more when you can just tell that the plant is ready for it. It's not pulling out super easily, which here it's pretty good. I don't even know if you can hear me at the moment because it's so windy. But yeah, you don't have to mow this early. You can leave it till 3 weeks away, it's fine. And ryegrass will handle a height of cut adjustment very easily compared to couch. So say if we let it grow over 50, 60, 70 mil, and then mowed our first mow down to 50 mil, and then we came back the following week and dropped it down to 25 mil, 20 mil, even 15 mil, the ryegrass will be fine when it's quite young like this, because the crowns haven't jumped up super high. So you don't really get that scalpy sort of a look with your cool season grass. That's why it's so fun to work with. You do get scalpy if you go like ridiculously low and you're going crazy, but when it's young like this, very easy to decrease our height of cut. Maple, oi, stop it. So I've just got to chuck the sprinklers back on now. So I haven't watered it this morning, which is why I could get a mow out. You've got to make sure you don't water it the day that you're going to mow. I think the wind sort of helped dry it out a little bit as well. Now, it's fine if I leave for a couple of hours. If I left for the whole day, then our ryegrass would start to struggle. At this point, the watering is not as important because we've got some germination and we've got some moisture in the ground now, so the roots can actually get some water, but we still keep up watering 2 to 3 times a day just to make sure it's safe. And if there's any more seed that needs to germinate, it can still germinate. If you're overseeding, obviously you got to keep pumping in the water every time you put a little bit more seed out. But we'll chuck this on now, make sure we get some water down, make sure we do that straight after a mow because we have stressed it out a little bit and we haven't watered it today, so chuck it on and we should be good. Well, thanks guys so much for watching, really appreciate it. Sorry about the wind again, it's just going crazy today. I'm going to make sure I really do keep the water up to this because wind would dry out your grass seed or any lawn in general like crazy. So yeah, anyway, thanks guys so much for watching, appreciate it, and I'll see you very soon.